Tony's the first one in. Center. Here's Maddox's.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Who is it? Can we have DeMarcus Jones first?
Yes. If at all possible, can we do Mr. Reed last because he's positive? He's a COVID thing, and I want to do him last. I can claim it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. And you want Mr. Jones first?
Please.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Jones. Happy?
Claudia, there you are.
Oh. There we go.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready, Judge.
All right. Mr. Jones, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, stuff you got.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name DeMarcus Linnell Jones?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand you have 2 cases where you're charged with burglary of vehicles?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to go over each case with your attorney?
I have.
And it looks like in each case, you and your attorney work out plea agreements for a probated sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is it probated, Judge, or is it for time? I think it's for
Time.
180.
Well, they didn't mark out the suspended. Time makes more sense. It's supposed to be for time.
180 days, Judge. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you understand you worked out plea agreements for 180 days to do with at least 334 days of back time? Do you understand that?
I have.
And you'll be time served as of today, okay?
Okay.
On these cases, anyway. And do you understand your attorney's online with us and we're doing this plea electronically?
I do.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
It's fine.
All right. To the charges of burglary of a vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Accept or plead guilty in each case, find you guilty in each case, sentence you to 180 days in each case. This other case only has 75 days, so do you know that?
It's, yeah, I mean, that's possible, Judge. I haven't seen the back time calculations, so I'll double check it. So.
Yeah, one of them's 334. The other one it shows to be 75. Is there like felony time to do also? Is he gonna be doing time in a felony?
I'm also finna go to the penitentiary, sir. So yes.
Okay, so you'll have, all right. So it's not gonna matter whether you get back time today or not.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. I think
It's
your
really
attorney,
got then.
yeah. Okay. So to each of these charges, you plead guilty. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Accept plead guilty in each case, find you guilty in each case. You'll be sentenced to 180 days in each case. One case you'll get at least 334 days credit. The other case you'll get at least 75 days credit. Both cases run concurrent with each other and with any felony time you're going to do. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, thank y'all for y'all time.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
See you later. Who is Hickey's?
Vicky?
Yeah, can we have Hickey, please?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Hickey, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Wilfred Levi Hickey?
Yes.
And do you understand in this case you're charged with failure to ID?
Yep.
And have you had enough time to go over this case with your attorney?
I have.
And it looks like you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement for 40 days in jail with credit for at least 65 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Okay.
And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney is online with us right now?
I do.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
All right, to the charge of failure to ID, how do you plead?
No contest.
Do they want either guilty or not guilty?
Oh, guilty.
All right, I accept plea of guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 40 days in jail. You'll get credit for 65 days. The extra 25 days will take care of any court costs, any jail time, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right, you should be done with your case as of today, okay?
Now I have a hold out of Dallas to sign for safety. Are they going to come and get me from safety? Going to come and get me from here, or am I going to go back to Dallas?
I don't know. They'll probably come get you from there.
From
That's what
Dallas?
I judge.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good luck. Who's on Maddox? Garner?
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yep, see you later.
Thank you.
We don't have a Melvin. Melvin's on here. We have Chris Route. Who's but Danny's doing that one. We have Route, Garner, and McDaniel.
I know, it's crazy. One day it's fine, the next day it's crazy.
Can we have Miss Maddox, please?
Maddox?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Max, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Is your true name Heather Christine Maddox?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand in this case you're charged with possession of a controlled substance?
Yes, sir.
And have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand we're doing this plea electronically and your attorney's online with us right now?
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of possession of a controlled substance, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty, find you guilty, send you to 8 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 67 days. You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything?
All my court costs are covered.
Everything's covered.
Okay, all right, that's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had it on the wrong day. I don't know. I like it didn't add to my calendar, and I thought I saw it was on Thursday.
Well, we had it on Tuesday, so we're good.
Okay, cool deal.
All right. See you, man.
Thank you.
Understand what you're talking about.
She wants to do that, but with our police, we have an inmate for mental health and an inmate for the hearing that they'll have to come back to her call for.
I'm doing these now. Can we have Denson?
Jensen?
Uh-huh. All right. Mr. Denson, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
Is your true name Darian T. Denson?
yes, sir.
You put your hand down. And do you understand you're charged in this case with resisting arrest?
Yes, sir.
And have you had enough time to go over the case with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand your attorney is online with us right now? We're doing this plea electronically.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay doing the plea that way?
Yes.
To the charge of resisting arrest, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your plea guilty, find you guilty, sentence you to 30 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 73 days. You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right. Good luck. Thank you. I think you also have, you have Mr. Reed also?
Yes, sir.
I think we're at the switch pods because of Mr. Reed.
You wanna do reading?
Yeah, I think he's all we have left other than our mental health hearings.
Just stay right there. I just jumped come to you. Let me know when you can see. Okay.
All right. Are you Mr. Reed?
Yes.
All right. If you would raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name Willie Lewis Reed?
Yes.
And do you understand your charge in this case with driving while intoxicated?
Yes.
And it looks like you and your attorney worked out a plea agreement where the state has agreed to abandon an enhancement paragraph that led you at a BAC above a 0.15, but you're pleading true to an enhancement paragraph that says you had a prior conviction for DWI. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you understand your attorney's online with us right now? We're doing this plea electronically.
Yes.
Are you okay doing the plea electronically?
Yes.
All right. To the charge of driving while intoxicated, how do you plead?
Yes.
and to the allegation that you had a prior conviction for driving while intoxicated. Is that allegation true?
Sure.
Accept your plea. Find you guilty, sentence you to 31 days in jail. You'll get credit for at least 48 days. You'll be time served as of right now, okay?
Yes.
In addition, because you're in jail right now, I believe you're probably indigent. I'm going to waive the statutory fine and find that you're unable to pay that this time, okay? Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Your Honor, thanks for waiving that.
Sure.
Be excused.
I'll see you later.
Thank you.
See you.
So Danny's is a mental health hearing? Oh, well, I'm getting everybody in. I'm taking care of Danny's first. Where's Danny's paperwork?
Paperwork.
Which one's Danny's? All right. Three cases. 4 cases.
4 cases total, 3 have a motion to set reasons. The motion to set.
Which ones are the bonds? Which ones are we having hearing on?
8470, 8470, 8470.
Criminal mischief, assault, and terroristic threat. All right. Tony, I brought you in early, but you can just listen in, I guess. All right. Can we have Mr. Husky, please?
Husky?
Uh-huh. All right. State Texas versus Christian Barron Husky, and here on 3 cases where your attorney has filed a motion to reduce your bond. Did you want to call your client and testify?
Judge, I will be calling him to testify. I would ask if the court would consider, Miss Mosley and I have talked about everything. She has a very short kind of procedural overview because there are some complications, and I stipulate to that overview if it would help the court.
That's fine.
Yes, Judge. So currently we have these 3 cases, the victim and we have criminal mischief, we have the assault, bodily injury, and the terroristic threat. The victim in those cases currently has an a PO issue that was granted on July 15th against the defendant. However, there are pending cases with the victim in these cases as the defendant and this defendant as the victim that are pending grand jury right now that are also assaultive offenses. And so for those reasons, I can also, the defendant does have a 1 assault conviction from 2009, in addition to a evading conviction in 2008, all in Collin County. At this time, we would request that the court, we would ask that the court, deny the bond reduction hearing given the assaultive nature of these particular offenses, which I believe we already forwarded the offense report for all 3 cases to the court and offered as State's Exhibit 1. But just due to the complicated nature between the victim and the defendant in this case, and given the assaultive history between both of them, it's currently escalating. From what little information I do have, I believe that the felony offenses happened shortly before these offenses were filed with our office.
What are the bonds set out in each of these cases?
$2,500, Your Honor.
On each case?
Yes.
Judge, actually, there's $2,500 on the criminal mischief, $2,500 on the terroristic threat, and $5,000 on the assault.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find that all those bonds are reasonable and I'm not going to touch them. I'm gonna leave them as is. As long as bonds are set and he's able to bond out if he wants to, or can. I don't think bonds are set in reasonable amounts, so I'm gonna find those bonds are reasonable and deny a bond reduction this time. All right,
Very, very well. Thank you, Your Honor.
good luck. Thank y'all. And then we need,
Excuse me, Your Honor,
yes,
are we doing the plea hearing as well or no?
no, you'll have to talk to your attorney. He's gonna set that up at some point.
Okay,
Yeah, he's working on it. I know he's talked to the DA today, so he'll get with you pretty soon.
okay,
All
all
right,
right, thank you.
good luck. We have Clark. We have Maxwell Clark. All right. This is Maxwell Leroy Clark, is that right?
Yes, sir.
If you would raise your right hand and be sworn, you swear or affirm testimony about to give you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
And I have reviewed the report from the medical folks. And did you want to call your client and testify? You're muted.
Sorry about that, Judge.
That's
Yes, I did want to call Maxwell short before.
okay. He's been sworn in. You can go ahead.
Okay, Maxwell, do you know why we're here today?
No, sir.
Okay, well, we're trying to get you a mental health bond so that you can get out of jail and get in touch with some people who can provide you some medical care and some treatment and medication so you can get better while you're waiting to take care of this legal issue. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in order to do that, you have to make some promises to the court. This isn't just a get out of jail free thing.
Yes, sir.
When you reviewed your medical history with the court staff, they went over some obligations with you. Did you understand what those were?
Yes, sir.
And so you agree that you're going to call once a week to the medical health person who's going to be tracking your case, Tony Fox. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And then once a month until your case is filed, you're going to come back to this judge, Judge Baxter, and just, let him put his eyes on you and see that you're doing okay. Is that good?
Yes, sir.
Do you have transportation so that you can get back to the court?
Yes, sir. My sister has agreed. I called my sister and she's agreed to do that. She's also agreed that if I was released today, she would come and pick me up.
Okay. And your sister, that's Tracy
Yes,
Clark?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And where does she live?
At 6641 Maxine Drive, Dallas, Texas.
And that's where you're going to be living as well?
That's correct.
All right. Is that a stable household for you?
Yes, sir.
And and I see that you've had health services before and care through Metro Care in Dallas,
Yes, sir.
and you're agreeing to go and reestablish contact with them, and they're going to treat you for depression. Is that right?
Yes, yes, sir.
And you've taken medication for depression before. Zoloft is the one medication you remember, but you've had other medications, you just don't recall the names.
Yes, sir.
All right. And if they prescribe you medications, part of the deal on the mental health bond is that you're going to take those medications as they described, even if they don't have the greatest of side effects.
Yes, sir.
And unfortunately, got to ask you this question because recently, while you were depressed, you tried to hurt yourself. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Are you feeling like you may hurt yourself today?
No, sir.
Because you understand the judge doesn't want to release you on a mental health bond to go out there and to hurt yourself, and we got to be sure that that's not what's going to happen.
That's correct. No, that's not what's going to happen.
Okay. Well, I pass the witness.
Does the state have any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Clark, kind of just like what you're, my name is Claire Mosley. I'm an assistant district attorney here. I'm the prosecutor here for this case. I just wanted to ask you a couple follow-up questions based off of what you have just talked about with your attorney. You were recently discharged from from Green Oaks for the suicide attempt the day before you committed this offense. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And where were you living at the time of this offense?
My sister's house, 6641 Knightfield Drive.
Okay. And I believe you just testified that is where you plan on going to live. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you have a cell phone, Mr. Clark?
No, I don't have a cell phone.
Okay.
I use her phone for everything.
Okay, use her phone. And then do you use her car as well?
No, she drives me wherever I need to go.
And who all lives at your sister's house?
Just me and her.
Just you and her? And does she have a job?
No, she's retired.
Okay. At the time of this offense, were you currently taking any medication?
No, I wasn't. My medication had ran out.
And have you reported on your mental health assessment? I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the information on there now, that you have received a diagnosis of major depressive disorder. Have you ever received any other mental health diagnosis?
No.
Have you ever received any other type of inpatient or outpatient treatment besides your treatment at Green Oaks?
No.
Were you taking medication before your treatment at Green Oaks?
Yes.
Were you taking that consistently?
Yes.
However, when you got released, your medication had run out?
Yes.
And are you currently taking medication since you've been in the Collin County Jail?
Yes, I take Zoloft.
Do you believe that medication is helping you?
Yes.
Okay, and are you going to continue to take that medication when released?
Absolutely.
No further questions for this witness.
Does the defense have anything else?
No, Your Honor.
You rest. Does
Rest.
the state have anything else to offer?
Yes, Your Honor, just the defendant's criminal history to read into the record.
Okay.
On July 18th, 1985, the defendant was convicted of burglary of a habitation out of Dallas County and sentenced to 5 years TDC. On April 30th, 1986, so a year later, the defendant was then subsequently convicted of Also burglary of a habitation and sentenced to 5 years. On May 23rd, 1987, the defendant was convicted of burglary of habitation again out of Dallas County and was sentenced to 10 years. On November 16th, 1988, the defendant was convicted of burglary of a habitation and sentenced to 25 years out of Dallas. On December 2nd, 2011, the defendant was convicted of theft of property, a Class A misdemeanor, sentenced to 15 days out of Dallas County. On August 9, 2013, the defendant was convicted of possession of controlled substance, penalty group 1, a state jail felony, and sentenced to 6 months confinement in Dallas. On June 11th, 2015, the defendant was convicted of forgery of a financial instrument, sentenced to 1 year in state jail. On August 29th, 2018, the defendant was convicted of theft of property, a Class B misdemeanor in Collin County. On November 15th, 2018, the defendant was convicted of criminal trespass and sentenced to 30 days here in Collin County. On July 16th, 2019, the defendant was convicted of theft of property with two previous more convictions, a state jail felony, and sentenced to 180 days. On May 18th, 2020, the defendant was then convicted of theft of property, 2 or more previous convictions, and sentenced to 180 days. And then we have the current offense in front of the court right now.
Anything else?
No, the state rests and close.
Any argument from the state?
Your Honor, at this time, we will oppose a mental health bond. Just 3 weeks ago, the defendant had a suicide attempt, and the day after that suicide attempt, he committed this offense. Due to the fact that the defendant might be a danger to himself and potentially community safety, I understand the burglary of habitations happened a while ago. However, there's nothing. The defendant's criminal history just shows when let out on bond or bail or potentially on parole, he's continuing to commit new offenses. And so for those reasons, we will oppose a mental health bond at this time.
Yeah, I think the criminal history is too much too. The only gaps in the criminal history are when he was in prison. So I'm going to deny bond at this time, and hopefully they'll get these cases filed pretty quickly and y'all can resolve them pretty quickly. But for right now, I'm going to deny bond reduction. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.